My wife has been pregnant for 19 months. The doctors say everything is normal. When Leah told me she was pregnant, I cried for an hour straight. We'd been trying for 3 years, and I started to think it would never happen. The first few months were perfect. Morning sickness cravings, weird food combinations at 2 in the morning, normal pregnancy stuff. But then we hit month 9 and nothing happened. No contractions, no water breaking, nothing. Leah said she felt fine. Maybe we miscalculated the due date, the doctor said. Let's give it another month. That was 10 months ago. Leah is now 19 months pregnant, and every single doctor we've seen tells us the same thing. Everything looks completely normal. The baby's heartbeat is strong. Leah's vitals are perfect. There's no medical reason to be concerned. But I am concerned because my wife's stomach is massive. She can barely walk anymore. She hasn't left the house in 4 months because she's too embarrassed. And the baby won't stop moving. I'm talking constant movement. All day, every day. I'll put my hand on her stomach and feel what I swear are hands pressing back against mine. Sometimes I count them. 4 hands. 5. I told Leah, and she laughed it off. You're just feeling the baby shift position, she said. But I know what I felt. 2 weeks ago, I came home from work and found Leah standing in the nursery just staring at the crib. I asked if she was okay, and she turned to me with this blank expression. Do you ever think about what it's going to look like, she asked. I told her it would look like us. She shook her head. No, I mean, what if it doesn't? I didn't know what to say to that, so I just held her. But that night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about what she said. What if it doesn't look like us? At around midnight, I got up to get some water, and when I walked past the nursery, I saw Leah standing in there again. She was whispering something. I stepped closer and heard her say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. I asked her what she was talking about, and she spun around looking terrified. Then she smiled and said she was just practicing lullabies, but I didn't hear any singing. The next morning, I checked her phone while she was in the shower. I know it's wrong, but I had to. There were dozens of deleted voice memos. I recovered one. It was Leah's voice, but she was crying. She kept saying, please let me go. Please, I'll do anything. Just let me go. I confronted her about it, and she told me it was from a nightmare she had. She records them sometimes to tell her therapist. I wanted to believe her, but something felt off. That night, I waited until she fell asleep, and I lifted her shirt to look at her stomach. There were bruises, small ones scattered all over, and they were in the shape of tiny handprints. I should have called someone right then, but I didn't because the next day, Leah sat me down and told me she needed to confess something. 3 years ago, when we were trying to get pregnant, she got desperate. She found this woman online who claimed she could help people conceive using some kind of ritual. Leah paid her $800 and followed the instructions exactly. She had to bury something in our backyard at midnight and say specific words out loud. It worked, obviously, but the woman told her there was a price. The baby wouldn't come out until it was ready, and when it was ready, we'd understand why. I asked Leah why she never told me, and she started sobbing. Because I thought it was fake, she said. I thought it was just some scam, but now I don't know. Last night, Leah woke me up screaming. She said the baby was coming. I grabbed the hospital bag and helped her into the car, but halfway there, she grabbed my arm and told me to stop. I asked why, and she looked at me with pure terror in her eyes. It's not ready yet, she whispered. If we go to the hospital, they'll cut it out, and it'll be angry. I told her that didn't make any sense, but she wouldn't listen. She made me turn the car around and drive home. When we got inside, she locked herself in the bathroom. I heard her crying for over an hour. When she finally came out, she was holding her stomach and smiling. It's okay now, she said. I told it we'd wait. This morning I woke up and Leah wasn't in bed. I found her in the nursery again, standing in front of the crib, but this time she wasn't alone. There was something moving inside the crib, something small and pale with too many limbs. I started to step closer, but Leah turned around and put a finger to her lips. Don't wake them, she whispered. They're finally sleeping. I looked at her stomach. It was completely